We're here at Consignment Classics where Debbie's booth is. We're gonna go try to find some cute things to redo Debbie's nook area in her living room.
I want to give my reading nook a makeover. So we headed to the thrift store to look for some accessories and some fabric to cover the foam cushion. I'm also obsessed with beautiful, expensive floral wallpaper. So I got out my design books for some inspiration and decided to try and recreate the look with paint and stencils. This week I share how to decorate a tiny space on a budget, make it look high-end with items that you find at the thrift store and some DIY.
I'm gonna retire.
I wanted to create a tiny clothing boutique out of our old barn, so my dad worked really hard all week and Bobby had a surprise for me.
Look at Bobby's at Consignment Classics. What'd you find?
Sure, it's over here.
I've been waiting for this to drop in price. I think it's time. I think it's time to paint a new one. Bobby, should I paint another sofa?
Are you gonna paint it?
Yeah. Blue.
7 years ago, I painted this $20 thrift store sofa. It was gold. The sofa is from the 60s and it's kind of worn out. Springs have given out on it. I've been wanting to get a new sofa. I had my eye on this sofa, but it was $500. Last week, Bobby tricked me into coming over to Consignment Classics, and when I got there, he bought me the sofa and it went down to half price. So now I have a new velvet sofa to paint. Be sure and subscribe if you want to see me do that. Thank you, Bobby, for the wonderful surprise. I cannot wait to paint this and share with everybody how I'm gonna do it. In the meantime, I'm gonna get started painting this reading nook. It's something that I have been wanting to do for a long time, but just put on the back burner. I cut the foam a long time ago. I've never covered it. I want to make it look like a cozy little reading nook. This is the storage that's underneath. I keep all my suitcases in here.
I'm on my way right now to Consignment Classics because I'm going to be looking for like an outdoor lounge area to set up. We'll see what I can find there. I'm going into Consignment Classics and I just ran into Grandpa. What's this?
What are you coming here for?
Grandpa and I didn't even plan on getting there at the same time, so I thought that that was hilarious. He was picking up the velvet couch for Debbie and bringing it down to the store, so you guys want to make sure that you definitely subscribe because Debbie is doing another painted velvet couch video. Anyways, God literally sent me this gift from heaven because this is the exact couch that I wanted. It's the same one that Mom and Debbie have at their house, except mine was only $300 and I think new they're around $1,000.
In between painting here, I was also down at my shop. I have this barn that I want to turn into a mini clothing boutique. So we had a whole bunch of work to do. My dad was there, Bobby was there. I cannot wait to show it to you.
I am back at the store, getting ready to do some work inside the garden. Can you see who is waiting for me?
Yo, papito, we gonna get to work today? Is Bobby gonna bring you a cookie? It is time to get the store ready for summer. We are doing some major display stuff. I've got all of this to organize and flip and move around. This is the current situation, and this is gonna help. The store is all torn apart right now. We have to get it put back together by tomorrow because the store opens on Saturday.
Good boy. I got your favorites.
And then Ellie and I went to the thrift store to find some new accessories for my nook area.
We're here at Consignment Classics where Debbie's booth is. We're gonna go try to find some cute things to redo Debbie's nook area in her living room. So let's go check out what they have.
My antique booth space is just around the corner from Consignment Classics. It's in Encinitas, California. Almost every time I go in there, I buy something because it is filled with very cool things.
Now that it's over, I think I get it. That you were my drug, I was addicted. You'd raise a red flag and I'd forget it. Yeah, I'd forget it. Now that I'm sober, I don't regret it. Did it the hard way, but learned my lesson. I knew better, but I couldn't quit it. No, I couldn't quit it. You were secretive, ambiguous, and I'd hear it from your friends that you weren't being honest.
We ended up finding this beautiful vintage blanket for Ellie and Zach's future baby and the perfect blanket to cover the piece of foam in my nook area. And then I saw these giant green corbels. They were $90 for the pair, but I walked away, I slept on it, and I ended up coming back to get them. I cannot wait for you to see how they look.
Always static when I try to speak. Not in
I have the corbels that I bought yesterday. I've got some wallpaper. I've got a beautiful green quilt to cover this. And I'm thinking I'm gonna just do the inset painted green.
I love dark, moody, bohemian design, but when I set out to do a new project, I get a little bit nervous because if you're using a bold color, it's either gonna be bold and good or bold and bad.
nobody loves me.
We are going to paint Mom's picture frame. It was Mom's birthday over the weekend, so I found some super old DIY paint that I have, and surprisingly it worked so good. It wasn't dried up even at all. And we painted this frame that I also had and printed a bunch of our favorite photos and did a collage, and she loved it. It was such a good gift to give her, and it looks so cute hung in her house. I love how it turned out.
What are you doing, Bobby? Are you cattywampus right now?
No, I'm not cattywampus.
What are you?
Whoa. You are cattywampus.
What happened?
My favorite word.
What happened? Just tell me what happened. Because we have conversations and then you completely change the plan.
I'm gonna retire.
Did you hear me tell him to screw the dowel and pre-drill the holes? I'm not getting involved with this one.
There was a lot of work to do in the garden area of my shop, but it was time to take a break for Father's Day.
Hey, Dad. What are you doing? It's Father's Day. So you're supposed to barbecue on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Bobby says Happy Father's Day too.
Every Sunday, our family gets together after church for dinner. And on Mondays, Ellie and I meet, we plan the video for the week, and we usually go out to the thrift stores looking for things to sell in the shop or for new projects that we're working on.
You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. You're like a piece of heaven in a hurricane, and it's bubbling over like a sweet champagne.
I have all of these paints right here. Can you see? Can you see all these? I'm gonna paint the inset of the nook now. And I just want it to be dark green but blended. I don't want it to be just one solid color. I'm gonna try and create a wallpaper type look. The darkest green that we have is Monet's Garden. I'm thinking that if I blend a little weathered wood, it'll make it like a dark hunter green. And then I also want like moments of chartreuse, so I'm gonna have a little bit of yellow. I don't have any plan. I'm just gonna put all the colors and blend them, but overall I want it to be dark green so that when I put the leaf stencil over it, it's gonna look very tropical. This is kind of the inspo, but instead of the white background, I want a dark green background, and so then the lighter leaves will pop off, and then maybe I'll put some birds in there. I don't know. I want it to look like wallpaper but not be wallpaper. The other thing is that it's 10:30 in the morning right now, and I want to be down at my shop by 12:30, so I want to do this really fast. So I want to see if I can paint it in an hour. It's small, so.
I was using Monet's Garden, Salty Kiss, Fancy Farm Girl, and Mint Chip. I just kind of slapped it on there and blended it together with a blending brush. It was a quick job because that's the first coat, and you do more of the finessing after the first coat is dried overnight.
So this is what it's looking like right now. It's the first coat. I'm gonna do a touch-up coat, and then I will start putting the stencils to make it look like wallpaper.
And then I went back down to the store to continue working in the garden.
Mr. Levi is guarding the new shipment. Let's see what's inside.
I just unpacked the
box. It was more than one box. It was 4 boxes. I'm going to show you what was inside, but that took like over an hour.
We got a bunch of beautiful things for the garden. I always look for things that are very unique. It took about an hour to unpack them, and coming up, I'm going to show you how I displayed them. Bobby got me a solar light like this one for my patio. I love the shadows it casts at the end of the day, so I decided to get some to sell in the store. All of these things you can find on our website, and the link is below. I have to incorporate them into the garden display.
This is the aftermath of unpacking those boxes. Levi is also exhausted. So I'm going to do a real quick paint job to the top of this table just to refresh it, and then I will display everything. This is Blue Hills, which is beautiful, and I love the built-in top coat. I just swept it off. I did not do a lot of prep. It's a very easy one-step paint. And look at that color, and it dries a little bit darker. Our other formula dries lighter and then needs a top coat. He's lining the ceiling with cedar planks. It's looking so good. That's the original ceiling with nails coming through and the press board. It's cedar, so it's gonna smell good and look good. Do you like this job?
I'm kitchen busy.
It looks good, doesn't it? Looks a lot better.
Yeah, it does.
While my dad was working on the tiny barn, I went back to my house to start stenciling my reading nook. I had seen this idea on Pinterest where you scallop the edge of a doorway. I wanted to try it for my nook. You find a lid, something round, you get a piece of paper, you trace it, and then you cut it down so it's sort of a half moon shape, and then you use that as a template to create this scallop pattern. I am testing some new colors for DIY paint. I have to say this chartreuse green totally makes me happy, and you may see it coming in the future. I used weathered wood and my birds and branches stencil to create the vines climbing up and over the top of my nook.
I have a question for you, Bobby. Everybody wants to see Debbie remake your house.
Yeah, that's one of the other questions.
No, absolutely.
They want a Bobby studio makeover.
Could I make over like anything in your house? Like the patio?
Why not?
Because he's super picky.
Because it's all made over perfectly right now.
He's like, no, it will never happen.
Bobby has really good taste. He has a really expensive taste, but his house is primarily tan, cream, white, another shade of tan. He does not. He likes color in his art, but he would never let me touch his house with a 10-foot pole. No, not gonna happen. I am using the leaf stencil from Jamie Ray Vintage. It comes on one big sheet. I am cutting them up so that I can manipulate them easier. I love this stencil. It's really affordable. It is on our website in the link below. I got out all the same greens that I used to paint the background, and I am using them for the leaves. I am using the same brush so I get a blended look so that it's not just a solid flat color. I want to create shading and highlights, but when you're creating a wallpaper look, that's a lot of details. So I'm just doing the basics right now. In a future video, I will probably go back and add some more details that I'll show you at a later date. So I let that dry and I went back to the shop. Good thing I only live 15 minutes away.
Do you hear Bobby manhandling over there?
I do. He's pretending he's got a real tough job.
I know. Bobby, are you manhandling it? What, Bobby? Do you have to be so rough with it?
Yeah, I do.
Why? Why?
Because
Look at him go. Look at him. He loves to. Don't. That's rusty old metal. Be careful. You don't want to have to get a tetanus shot. Look at me.
I'm not getting a tetanus shot.
I just planted a bunch of succulents. Super pretty. This is the planting staging area. Gosh, You got a new baby? Did Bobby bring you a new baby?
Oh, good boy.
Did Bobby bring you?
Yeah.
Let me see your baby. Oh, he's so cute. Don't kill the baby, Levi.
Here is a little bit of the work we did in the garden. I have a lot more to show you that will be in next week's video.
Now my skin glows and it shines like glue. I'm pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. I get my beauty sleep without you.
Meanwhile, over at Mom's Patio, she got these amazing mosaic tiles that they are going to glue down, or I don't know how they're going to get this down, but they're going to lay it down so then the barbecue will sit on top of it. And then she got some more of this privacy fencing thing, and Grandpa is helping her hang it. And so I just wanted to give you guys a little update and show you how her patio is coming. It is finally coming all together and it looks so cute.
We just got a bunch of beautiful bowls.
That's why I
Seashells.
seal that off. Also.
And we got these cute bohemian ones. Look how cute. Perfect for cereal. Charcuterie board. They're like melamine. What a cute gift. Beachy, melamine. I don't know how you say that. Because the wood is bleeding and I ran out of salvation solution, so Bobby got me the primer. So now I have to prime the whole inside, not the ceiling, thank goodness. My dad finished the ceiling. This is gonna be our tiny clothing boutique. We're gonna have a mini clothing boutique with the overalls and everything. But I gotta paint all of this situation. I feel like I've been a painting fool lately, but the yard's starting to look pretty good.
It is Tuesday, and Debbie and I are going to be going live on YouTube. We're going to be answering questions and hanging out with you guys, so hopefully that goes well. Hi, you guys. Happy Wednesday. We actually just did a live with Mom and Grandpa, and we answered all your guys' questions. So thank you for joining us. Yeah, even Bobby. But there was like 400 people on there, so thank you.
If you missed the video from last week, I went live with my whole family and we answered a bunch of questions that you guys have left for us. Some personal questions, some really fun questions. It was a great video and I will put the link to it in the description box below. I finished up all the stenciling and now it's time to hang the corbels and put in the accessories.
Okay, here we go. I think it's gonna look real good. It's so good.
Come on.
I'm filming.
Where's the hole?
Ellie, what are you doing?
Well, you don't have a screwdriver. I mean,
I do.
what is it called? A drill.
Yeah, it's just
You
not charged.
only have a screwdriver.
No, I have one. It's just not charged.
Ellie really tried to help me, but I did not have the proper tools, so I had to call Grandpa over to my house on a Saturday, and he totally came to the rescue. To find DIY paint in your area, or to sell it in your store, or to find all the products used in this video, click the link below. And subscribe for more DIY videos.
You left me to drown and sail away on your ship, but I don't give a damn, it's water under the bridge. When you take a look at me, you only see what you wanna see. Somebody who can move on. Don't tell me you're sorry, I don't want your pity. Baby, you got it all wrong. You think I'm missing you every night. Every night. You think I'm sad and alone.
If you paint velvet, will it get crunchy? Does it affect the texture? This is still very velvety and soft, and it's not crunchy, and it doesn't rub off on your clothes. See, I'm wearing this light blue dress, and there's no paint. The only reason I'm getting rid of this is because the springs are shot. It's very, very old, and the other one looks a little more high-end.